Thank you for joining me, and this is going to be part 2 of our series on Zoom guitar lessons tips. And these are going to be some of the best tips that we're seeing working really well when we're doing guitar lessons for those of you that are taking them remotely. Let me start by saying that we are not associated or endorsed by the company Zoom, but at the same time we believe that this way of doing lessons now can be very successful for our students. So let me start by saying that some people may have acoustic guitars, some people may have electric guitars. That's okay. The biggest thing that we want you is to be able to tune before the class. Tuning is a process in which we can lose a lot of time, and we created a video specifically designed to send it to our customers and make sure that you guys can tune the guitar for your child, or if the student is a little bit older, maybe they can tune it by themselves. That video is on our main YouTube channel, so it's called How to Tune Your Guitar for Zoom Lessons. But at the same time, we are trying to get you to not waste time of the class tuning. So definitely it's important to probably spend some time before the class to get it tuned. And some parents are even amazed to know that a guitar doesn't really stay in tune more than sometimes half an hour, 20 minutes. So try to do this a little bit in advance of the class, an hour before the class. Important, the guitar really changes, when it changes temperature, it can really change tuning. So it's good to try to have the guitar outside of its case, and that way you can tune it and leave it ready to go. Now, the second thing that we want to mention is the importance of being able for us to hear the guitar correctly. So if you have an electric guitar, it's going to be important to use what's called a headphone amp or an amplifier. So if you don't have a regular amplifier, probably it's a good time to invest into what's called a headphone amp. Headphones are little, they're about $40, and you're gonna need the headphone amp and a guitar cable. They usually operate with batteries, and at the same time, this would give us enough volume so we can actually hear the guitar. I've done a couple classes with guitar students that did not have an amp at all, and they have an electric guitar. It is tough, so if you definitely want to try to do this type of lessons long term, super important to invest in it into a regular amp, guitar amp, or a headphone amp. If you have an acoustic guitar, you don't need any of those options, as the acoustic guitar is going to be loud enough so we can listen to it. So the next thing that we want to mention is that it's really important for you guys to have headphones. And when it comes to headphones, it doesn't really matter the type of headphones. These ones are like a little bit higher end. What's important is that the cable is pretty long, because we're gonna need that cable to preferably go behind the guitar. And sometimes that can get a little bit really uncomfortable for the student if you're using headphones that the cable is pretty short. So we want to definitely encourage you guys to, if you don't have headphones with a long cable, invest into a headphone extension. And those you can find very easily on Amazon. They're around $10 or even less. And that would extend the cable in a way that you can plug it into your laptop and get a little bit of clearance, because we don't want the student, especially someone that is young, to be too tight. The guitar, sometimes the students are struggling to hold it, struggling to keep it in one place. And then if you also have things like the headphones, it can really get in the way. It does help to have headphones, and we have some students trying to do classes without headphones, but our main advice for everyone doing classes remotely is to use headphones. They really help the communication, and we covered, I think in another video, the importance that we can almost talk at the same time that the student is playing, which allows us to give them cues that I think they're very important for what they're doing. And lastly, I think we want to mention that it's important to have a guitar pick. So we have a video in which we explain how to even cut a pick out of a piece of plastic, like a debit card or a gift card. You can cut a triangle, round a little bit the corners, and that can be your guitar pick. Of course, you can also order picks online, but it's important to have all of these things ready. Now, stay tuned for part 3, in which we're going to be covering angles, how to sit, the type of chair that we need, and a couple of other props and things that we believe are going to make the student to be really successful when taking guitar lessons. And let me remind you that if you are interested in taking lessons from either myself or anyone else here at the Hit Music Studio, you can check us at thehitmusicstudio.com. We have a new program that it's only $55 for 2 classes per month, and that can get you started, in addition to giving you access to our exclusive content. Our level are designed so we have not only the opportunity to sit with an instructor, but at the same time you have all of these videos and PDFs and play-alongs, so you can in addition to what you're doing with an instructor, go at your own pace and get a reinforcement for the classes. So we hope the video was a good amount of information to get you guys to have a successful guitar lesson, and we'll definitely see you on the next one. Take care.